How to allocate WIP to contract fees, the final fee. This video is in a series of videos on contracts, and we've assumed you've watched these and are now ready to know how to create the final fee. What is a final fee? A final fee in APS terminology is when you want to absorb WIP against matters that have had an interim fee raised. If your practice does timesheets, it is important for staff to post time against the matters associated to the contract to ensure you will have WIP available to allocate. If your practice doesn't enter timesheets, then you will not need to complete a final fee, as you will have no need to absorb time. WIP in this instance will remain negative. A final fee in APS terminology is when you want to absorb WIP against matters that have had an interim fee raised. Our recommendation for contract fees is to shift the focus of staff performance to workflow measurable of on time and on budget by staff member. We know that this successfully manages write-offs before there is an issue. In this instance, a final fee is simply raised at the end of the contract and time is allocated to the fee on a pro rata basis. This is the simplest way and moves to focus to getting the job correct up front. For practices that wish to continue to measure staff performance on billed amounts and write-off amounts, then more regular final fees can be raised throughout the duration of the contract. However, the benefits of streamlining the billing process to move it to more administration focus rather than an accountant focus are soon diminished in this approach. Now we know when. Next is who should be creating the final contract fees. This is usually completed by a senior accountant on the job. This allows for the review of WIP write-off or write-on to be prepared either on a pro rata basis or a strategic write-off and unallocated to team members. A final fee is done per debtor as and when required. We will now demonstrate how a final fee is raised after the last contract fee has been posted. Let's take a look at the software and open the Fees application from the Central Application list. Create a new fee. Select the debtor. This debtor has completed their contract number 3. You will see that there is a number of matters available. We will be raising the final fee for contract number 3, and this is easily identified. Let's select each of the matters. Make sure that we select the correct fee approval path. Then select Next. Open the WIP screen. Make sure that you are in edit mode and also that we can view the interim summary amounts. Select the Interim to Allocate Ellipses button against each of the matters. This will open up the interims that need to be allocated to WIP. Select the Ellipses button to display the interims that need allocation and to prepare the final fee. In this instance, the WIP value is $1,103 and the interim value is $1,000, and we are going to simply allocate the write-off per the system on a pro rata basis. Select Balance to Zero option. Then click OK. Repeat this process for each of the matters against the contract. Let's drill down and view the allocation details. The manual allocation screen shows us the allocation and write-off applied to each interim raised. Each of the fee and WIP allocation has been done on a pro rata basis. This level of detail can often be challenging to complete manually. To escape, simply close out of the allocation screen. Once you have completed allocating your interims, our final fee is ready for posting. For more information on interim and final fees, please refer to our video called Interim Fees, which also has a workbook for further information. This completes the final fee process, and you're now ready to take on the system administration setup tasks to support contracts. Thank you.